Modern baseball is a probability machine. Front offices spend millions to map expected value, forecast outcomes, and stamp out variance. But in October 2024, that machine met the physical reality of Freddie Freeman's right ankle. For a left-handed hitter, the right foot is the plant, the brake allowing safe rotation. A severe sprain dismantles that kinetic chain, killing bat speed before the swing begins. Despite the injury, Freeman stepped to the plate in the bottom of the 10th inning of Game 1. 2 outs, bases loaded. The Dodgers trailing the Yankees by a single run. The Yankees turned to left-hander Nestor Cortes, who was making his first appearance in 37 days. Even with a hobbled hitter at the plate, historical models gave the Yankees a 73% chance of escaping that inning with a win. Cortes threw a 92-mile-per-hour fastball on the inner half. Freeman's swing connected at 109.8 miles per hour, sending it 412 feet into the right field pavilion. In 121 years of World Series history, encompassing thousands of high-leverage plate appearances, a game had never ended on a walk-off grand slam. This style tracks win probability added. Freeman's contact triggered a massive 73-point shift in less than half a second, the kind of statistical explosion that usually takes an entire month of elite hitting to accumulate. It was more than a clutch hit. It was a 121-year statistical outlier that pushed the game's probability models to their absolute limit. Probability tends to balance itself over time. If Freeman's swing was a sudden, high-interest withdrawal from the vault of statistical likelihood, the 2025 postseason was where the physical debt finally came due. 1 year later, the Dodgers found themselves back in the World Series, facing elimination in Toronto with a bullpen that had been pushed to its breaking point. To survive, they needed a performance that defied modern pitching logic. They needed Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
In Game 2, Yamamoto provided the first installment of that repayment, throwing 105 pitches over 9 innings, the first World Series complete game in a decade. 6 days later, in Game 6, he threw another 96 pitches in an elimination game to force Game 7. This workload represents a total departure from the modern analytical playbook, which typically prioritizes strict pitch count ceilings and maximum rest intervals to protect multi-million-dollar arms. By Game 7, the pressure reached a fever pitch. A late-tying home run shifted the momentum so heavily that Toronto held a 91.7% win probability. In a move that sidelined every conservative projection, and manager Dave Roberts called for Yamamoto to return to the mound. He was pitching on 0 days rest. It is a decision that runs counter to nearly every modern organizational convention, as the physical risk of pitching without recovery time is usually considered too high to calculate. The history of winning both Games 6 and 7 is incredibly short. Only 3 pitchers did it in the era before color television, and only Randy Johnson had achieved that feat in the 21st century. By the 11th inning, Yamamoto was still there. The bases were loaded, the winning run was on third. 1 pitch would decide the season. He got the ground ball he needed, a 6-4-3 double play that ended a 235-pitch week and secured the championship. Yamamoto paid the team's mathematical debt not through an instant burst of luck, but by outlasting the fatigue that modern systems are designed to avoid. The Dodgers won 2 titles through 2 distinct extremes, one through a singular, low-probability instant, and the other through a relentless, grueling continuum. Freeman provided the outlier, a singular swing that conquered the odds in 0.4 of a second on a broken ankle. Yamamoto provided the endurance, 235 pitches across 7 days, manually correcting the statistical balance through sheer volume. Modern baseball is built on the pursuit of predictable outcomes, but true greatness often requires moving beyond what the models predict, either by catching lightning in a single moment or by refusing to break when the math says you should.